All right. So, as promised, I have a very special treat for you all today. It is from Ukraine off of the eBay, and it is been listed as a souvenir hat on the customs form, which I thought was funny. But it's a Cold War era Soviet, Russian, whatever tanker hat, and it's pretty cool. I got a Russian size P2, which is like a large. It's like 7 1/4 to 7 1/2. Fits me perfectly. It's got cool little built-in ear pro. It's got padding. It's really warm. It's got a nice little chin strap. I just think it's neat. I just imagine a bunch of Soviet fucks just riding around in tanks in these all day. Great time. But yeah, I really dig it. 10 out of 10. Worth the spend. I love it. But if you stuck around this long, I'll show you what I really got. Motherfucking night vision from the 60s. Generation 1. Dual tube. Binocular vision. I love them. They're awesome. And they came in this cool tan, flat dark earth gloss color. I like it. Matches my helmet perfectly. They came attached to the tanker hat, which I like and I'm going to keep. Maybe I'll wear it around. Make people think I'm weird. And, or let people know I'm weird. But, anywho, so jumping right in. First, I'm just so proud of my hack job that I'm going to show you all that. I used some screws and some self-tappers, and I used all the original mounting points of that the hat used. The hat has these little pins that go through it, and I just flattened these tabs out and zip tied the wires up, zip tied the little battery pack up so it doesn't move around. It's great. It's fantastic. But moving on. So the knots. They're built like a brick shit house. They are like solid cast steel or something. I need to get a magnet out, see if they're steel or what. But anyway, they're great. They are not as heavy as they look. They are a little bulky, but they're not actually very heavy. The tubes themselves aren't really any bulkier than like a modern day setup, but this huge power transformer is. And we're going to talk more about this and how to trim your long cable. It comes with a really long cable and this plug that I've taken apart because I was hack fabbing. And anyway, most people just take themselves a little 9-volt, plug it up, and they're good to go. That's not going to cut it for me. I'm not doing that. So I cut mine way down, and I ordered 3 9-volt battery boxes with switches. I'm going to keep 2 of them on, 1 of them off, and then whenever I want to turn the nodes on, I just hit the switch. I'm either going to run 3 9-volts for like 27, 26 volts. I might not do that because I don't want to cook them, but the more voltage you run, the brighter they get. If you run them just off a 9-volt, they suck. If you run them off of 2 9-volts, they're awesome. You run them off of 3 9-volts, they're like, not bad. Not bad, Russia. Soviet Union, USSR, whatever. Anyway, these things have about similar quality to the Past 5, which is like the American dual tube equivalent. I think these are much better looking, and the Past 5 was made in the 80s, so that's just kind of a testament to these. These were designed in the late 60s, I believe, and they ran them well into the 80s before they eventually made something else that is better. And it probably costs a whole hell of a lot more if you can find it. I did a lot of research before I bought these. I decided I couldn't wait to afford a Gen 3 device, and I'm not going to buy a Gen 2 device just because tube life's not that great. And there are noticeable quality improvements with the Gen 3. But moving right along. This is, like I said, a Generation 1 night vision device. It does make a little bit of noise while it's running, and it's just, have you ever heard like a noisy eBay HID ballast for, like, you know, your headlights on your car? That's what it sounds like. It's like, it's great. I kind of like it, but it's not super tactical. But the good news is it's not very loud. It has adjustable eyepieces, which is great, but you can't adjust to see stuff closer than about 3 feet or so, which is fine. That's about average. And then I think they adjust out to what you might call infinity. You can see stuff far away, you know, basically to the capabilities of the nods. I haven't used them out in the dark yet. I've just like turned out a bunch of lights in my house. It is nighttime out here right now. But I am gonna shut off all the property lights and go walk around the backyard if it's nice and dark out and see what it's like. And I will, if I do that tonight, or rather when I do that, I'm going to record as best as I can footage through a tube, so you guys can kind of see what it's like. These ran me $3.99 plus $40 shipping from Ukraine, and so far I think they are worth the spend. You can spend just as much on like some Sightmark NVGs, but those are like shitty consumer quality, and whereas, like I said, these are very robust, and they come with a mounting system that is very easy to adapt to a ballistic helmet, and then you get a cool hat. So I'm all about them. Jumping into what you guys really need to know: if you decide to trim your cord like me, thinking I'd find 2 wires, positive and negative, just like the plug. No, it splits into 7 wires. Okay, there's 4 grounds and 3 powers. Now, how you determine which is which is you cut it to where you want it. Always add a foot to 18 inches to what you think you need, because you can always trim it later. And then you wrap one of the wires after stripping them around your multimeter leads, put it on ohmage, and fucking 3 of them are gonna have continuity, and 4 of them are gonna have continuity. The 4 are your ground, the 3 are your power. And that's all you need to know. So we got our 3 and our 4 here, and I wonder if you guys will hear this. That's what it's like with 9, and then here's 18. Anyway, but these are sensitive to light. They came with cool little caps, which I tried putting little holes in and seeing if I could see shit. I'm gonna have to make my holes bigger because it's not working very well. But I don't know if they're sensitive. I'm gonna level with you. I don't know if they're sensitive to light while they're powered or while they're unpowered. I'm assuming powered. I would think that I can take these and point them at the sun and everything will be fine, but I'm not going to do that because I don't really know for sure. So I've kind of got these adjusted to where I can just drop them in and they're already right in front of me. It's got 3 points of adjustment with 2 thumb screws or 2 wing nut thumb screw style, and then one that you have to actually use like a little like 6 mil to tighten down, or it's 7 mil I believe. But yeah, they're sweet. Love them. I can't wait to see what kind of cool stuff I do with them. Alright, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and if you hated the video, like and subscribe. Leave a shitty comment. Natter days.